It is straight into the final debate of the quarterfinals. We go just before that. A little decision to be made, Yvonne?
Yes. Pick one. Now, open it and tell us how you will debate on Thursday.
Use Charles's microphone.
Use that mic.
I will support.
You will support the motion this time. So Heritage Group of Schools will support the motion on Thursday. We'll find out what the motion is when the time comes. But right now, we have to get into the debate of the hour, Femi.
Most certainly. It's time for us to meet the two schools and their contestants. You know the rules, ladies and gentlemen. Do you need to be reminded of the rules? You know the rules. Brilliant. Let us meet the contestants, and then we'll look at what the motion is, and we'll go straight into that. First, introducing out of Ikorodu, Lagos. A strong contender this season, beating Porter's Comprehensive High School, Songwater, Ogun State, in their first round of debates. The topic was child marriage should be a criminal offense. And then into the second round, the round of 16, they went to face CMS Grammar School, Bariga, Lagos. Again, prevailing on the topic, government should focus more on rewards for recyclers than penalties for non-recyclers. They are here now in the quarterfinals for a place with destiny in the semifinals. Welcome the duo of Charles Chinedueze Dike and Emmanuel Imoniele Omonfoma. Welcome both of you. How are you? Brilliant. Charles is 14, is in SS3. Emmanuel is 15, also in SS3. Both of them from Kings and Queenies Zenith School, Ikorodu, Lagos. Welcome to Kings and Queenies Zenith School, Ikorodu, Lagos.
Well, the motion this hour. Have you introduced the girls?
Yeah, let's introduce the girls.
Forgive me.
Their opponents beat Penny International College, Surulere, Lagos, in the round of 32. A historical match which ended in 2 ties and a final tiebreaker. The topic initially was examinations, and not the true tests of knowledge. In the round of 16, they beat Danbath School, Ikorodu, Lagos. Topic: Nigeria needs referendum, not constitution amendment. Well, here they are again, the representatives of Straitgate High School, Magodo, Lagos. Owoshino Grace and Okonkwo Chidera. Welcome, both of you. Grace is 16, she's in SS3. Chidera is 15, also in SS3. They are supported by Usoma Shine, 13 years of age, in SS1. By the way, Charles and Emmanuel are also supported by Deborah Moni, who's 14 and in SS2 for Kings and Queenies Zenith School, Ikorodu, Lagos.
Now to the motion. Globalization enriches rather than erases national culture. One of these contestants will say that globalization enriches national culture. The other will say globalization erases national culture. Who will defend the motion this evening? We'll start with the gentleman. How will you argue this evening?
We'll be supporting the motion.
You will support the motion that globalization enriches rather than erases national culture. That means Straitgate High School will oppose the motion. So they will say that globalization erases rather than enriches national culture.
We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll debate.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I beg to differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Hello.
Brought to you by GZ Industries.
Hello there, I'm here to tell you about the world-class beverage cans producers, GZI. At GZI, excellence is our hallmark. We produce world-class aluminum beverage cans that meet the highest international quality and safety standards. Our cans are 100% recyclable, lightweight, and designed to keep every beverage fresh while protecting the planet. With state-of-the-art facilities and responsible production practices, we are proudly setting the pace for sustainable packaging across Africa. GZI. Yes, we can.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I beg to differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Brought to you by GZ Industries.
Welcome back. And what a journey it has been through these 14 days of brilliant thoughts and bold expression. Our final quarterfinal contest features Kings and Queenies Zenith School and Straitgate High School, taking on a global conversation that affects every nation, every people, every identity. Does globalization enrich national culture or erode it? As borders blur, ideas cross continents and cultures interact like never before. Are we becoming richer in diversity, or are we slowly losing the uniqueness that defines us? Our debaters will give us their lens on this world-defining question. So let us begin.
Right, we'll start with the motion supporter. Kings and Queenies Zenith School. You've got 4 minutes to open your case. Your time starts now.
Globalization is simply the world becoming a neighborhood where distance matters less and connection matters more. Ladies and gentlemen, honorable judges, distinguished opponents, good day. Sitting before His Ezekiel Charles, the bona fide student, teach speaker of Kings and Queenies Zenith School, and I'm here to firmly support the motion. Today, I write to support the motion that globalization enriches better than raises national culture, and I'll prove to you all, point by point, example by example, truth is undeniable truth that globalization is the cultural bulldozer, but the cultural amplifier. To begin with, globalization is the cultural eraser but an amplifier. When cultures meet, they do not disappear. They collide, blend, and evolve into each hybrids. Think of Korean entertainment. Before globalization, K-pop and K-dramas is local. Today, they are global icons, yet unmistakably Korean. Globalization is still Korean culture. It simply made the world notice it. Furthermore, global platforms give local cultures global voice. TikTok, YouTube, and Spotify become massive stages where small cultures go global. Before digital globalization, the world known Afrobeat, the world known Amapiano, the world known reggaeton. Now this genre shape global playlists while keeping strong local identities. A culture that once traps in a village is now trending on a global stage. Moreover, global markets make preserving culture economically profitable. Culture survives best when it's economically profitable and viable. From tourism to cultural exports to traditional fashion to local cuisine, globalization transforms them all into billion-dollar industries. What globalization touches, it funds, and what it funds, it enriches. Similarly, through global exposure, people become aware of different cultures, their histories and traditions, which fosters empathy, respect, and mutual understanding. For example, Maori Haka in New Zealand, reggae music in Jamaica, and Nollywood in Nigeria. All these have helped to preserve national culture, which help to make global citizenship more inclusive and culturally rich. In addition, cultural exchange motivates creative invention and modernization of traditions. Traditions do not stay static. Under globalization, they can be modified or they can be modernized or repurposed, making them relevant to younger generations, ensuring not their erasure but their survival. Not only that, but globalization also encourages dialogue and mutual respect as people become familiar with diverse cultural expressions, food, music, arts, customs. Global interdependence fosters respect, reduces prejudice, and builds solidarity among cultural lines. This intercultural exchange doesn't destroy local culture. It simply creates a world more tolerant, globally aware world that value cultural diversity. On top of that, diaspora strengthens and weakens roots. Migrants carry their culture abroad. Children born overseas learn their traditions from parents. Churches, festivals, cuisine, all thrive abroad. Indian migrants preserve their cultural festivals like Diwali and classical dance abroad. Globalization allows diaspora to preserve national culture while also blending with new societies. Some may argue that globalization overshadows culture. However, when the culture survives the global influx of foreign ideas, it becomes stronger, refined, proud, and conscious. Globalization tests cultures, and those that remain prove their strength. Besides, globalization inspires cultural revival. Some traditional lost have been revived due to cultural revival and renewed interest from abroad. For example, yoga in India and kimono wearing in Japan once disappeared but revived due to Western interests. Villages, languages, crafts, global awareness rekindles local pride like a global heritage alarm clock waking up cultures. Likewise, a living culture must always evolve. Culture is not museum dust, it's living, and therefore it must always evolve. For example, Afrobeat evolved with global collaborations and digital platforms, yet still carrying its Afrocentric rhythm. This shows that culture evolving does not mean culture vanishing. Globalization doesn't say forget your roots. What does it say? It says share your roots. It doesn't demand conformity, invite conversation. It doesn't raise identity, offers identity a bigger stage. In conclusion, I'm here to speak with clarity, not volume, and I trust the judges will hear the difference. If culture were true, ladies and gentlemen, globalization didn't uproot it. It erased it, waters it, especially the branches to more sun, more rain, more seasons, making it grow taller and stronger. Thank you for your time. Like we need culture, evolving yet enduring. I promise to return.
And return you will.
That was Charles Chinedu Ezedike, 14-year-old SS3 student of Kings and Queenies Zenith School, Ikorodu, Lagos. Well done, Charles. And now we move on to Straitgate High School, Magodo, Lagos, where Grace Owoshino is waiting.
A country without culture is a body without a soul. Globalization over time, we see cultures dying, which begs the question, is globalization really keeping us alive but killing our cultures one trend at a time? Good day, moderators, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, my fellow debaters. My name is Owoshino Grace, a student of Straitgate High School, and I'm here to oppose the motion which states globalization enriches rather than erases national culture. Firstly, globalization leads to cultural homogeneity. We see that cultures end up looking the same. Over 70% of knowledge is produced comes from standard places known as the US and the West. And what happens is that those cultures, those values that are being projected out towards other people to consume it, they end up acting like them, adopting their dressing, adopting their language, adopting their food, end up being like them, which leads to death of individuality and leads to death of uniqueness. Another point is that with globalization, there is loss of cultural relevance. Over 70% of cultures, minority and majority now, are being dead. Why? Because we see people that do not see the relevance in bearing their culture. It is not trend. It is not recognized now. It is better to be recognized as English than to identify as Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa. Also, speaking of Hausa and Igbo, there is loss of indigenous language. Orukonimi, Grace. The words are there. The intonation is not. And I'm just one of the few that know how to speak it but don't know the intonations. Talk less of those that do not know the words or intonations at all. And that's what globalization does. These languages, the importance is not seen in them. It is normal for a person who lives in France to speak French, but it is strange for a Nigerian to speak Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa. Really? Why? Because it's not seen relevant there. Cultures like French, English, French, Mandarin, and others are placed on more priority. Also, there is youth detachment from heritage. Now, our stories, the forefathers, the tales by moonlight that were told to us now have been disregarded. Why? Because we see no relevance in present day. What's the use of the past when you can live in the present? That's the message that globalization pushes out to us today, and that is the message that people are taking up now. The youth become more detached from it until they come to a world that do not recognize that they have a past, but rather they look to a future that has no backing. Also, there is standardization of educational system. Yes, it's okay. You learn from international borders. You learn from different schools. That is fine. But it's in a case where you over depend on them and you do not look to develop your own things. What comes out of then? Nigeria, for instance, we adopt an international curriculum. We take things from the international without looking back to us to realize that we can form our own things, which is wrong. Furthermore, we see that there is imitation over appreciation. Appreciation is looking at a thing and not recognizing it's beautiful. Imitation is seeing that thing, seeing it's beautiful, being like that thing to be recognized as beautiful. And that is what globalization does. With globalization, we see the way they are dressed. What gone is Irobuba, gone is Gele, gone is gone is languages, gone is our native food. Rather, we tend to be like them, dress like them, look like them, be hip like them. Why? Because that is what we feel carries relevance now. Globalization does not think about the masses, it just thinks about what is trending now and it projects it out. Furthermore, there is overdependence on there is erosion of cultural values. Value systems are being lost because there are no more people that remember the values. How long will our forefathers continue to remain between this current generation that is going to values that are not our own again? The beautiful thing about culture is that it is ours. It's what makes us us. When you remove the us from them, what is left there? The shells that carry on the responsibility and the glory of others. Furthermore, organization destroys culture.
Speaking to the mic.
Cultural infrastructures. We have shrines, we have villages, we have places that are being destroyed, made into highways, modernized under the gaze of let's make it more technologically innovative, removing the cultural importance of it. Do we forget that oftentimes it's not modernization that is always important, but it's also the value that comes with it. You don't know in the shrine when the people escaped from slavery, you don't know the places, the stories behind each of it. We just demolish it under the guise of being technological advance. No. Also, there is loss of
speaking to the mic.
Also, there is loss of
you can hold the piece of paper, but speaking to the mic.
There is loss of traditional there's loss of traditional relevance now. Traditions nowadays are forgotten. They're seen as irrelevant, impractical. We are seen as it's being not relevant to our present day and age. Yes, the world is growing, but if you forget your roots, what point of view that you are ungrateful? And that is what's happening now. Globalization puts out a system that says they are better, learn from them, forget about where you come from. We forget who we are, we forget the names we carry, we forget the stories that come behind us. Furthermore, with globalization, we see that the concept of uniqueness, you being you, is erased from it. What's the point of being you when you can be like them? That's what globalization tells us. Globalization, why be like them when you can be like you? Globalization just tells us that we should not be like ourselves. Thank you.
Well done.
Ocean of Grace in the most fiery we've seen her.
I agree, Femi. Even the microphone at some point had to take cover. Lord have mercy.
I have to step back a bit. Or she'll probably slap me. Straitgate High School, Magodo, Lagos. Well done.
We're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Nigeria Info 99.3. Like, comment, and share. This debate is also airing on 101.7 Kids FM. Your kids can enjoy the debate there.
It's a powerful debate. Right. The fire brought on by Charles and Grace. We'll see what Emmanuel and Chidera have got in store for us in the rebuttal round right after this.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I beg to differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Brought to you by GZ Industries.
Hello there. I'm here to tell you about the world-class beverage cans producers, GZI. At GZI, excellence is our hallmark. We produce world-class aluminum beverage cans that meet the highest international quality and safety standards. Our cans are 100% recyclable, lightweight, and designed to keep every beverage fresh while protecting the planet. With state-of-the-art facilities and responsible production practices, we are proudly setting the pace for sustainable packaging across Africa. GZI. Yes, we can.
Multi-Plan Pathway College is a leading sixth form college in Lagos that empowers high school graduates with the knowledge and skill to secure placement in top global universities around the world. At MPC, we don't just prepare you for university, we launch you into a global future with the highest caliber A-levels, foundation programs, and international test prep. Every student finds the support, opportunity, and results to go from Lagos to the world. MPC, your future starts here.
Obiwizi is Nigeria's trusted name in affordable tech and gadget tradings. From Lagos to Abuja, from students to CEOs, Obiwizi is your guy for quality tech devices, brand new and pre-owned alike. Got a new phone or laptop? Bring it in and walk away with an upgrade or a cashback, or in fact, both. Whether you shop in-store or online, at obiwizi.com, you are guaranteed value, warranty, and a customer-first experience. Obiwizi offers affordable tech, trusted service, because with gadgets, Obiwizi is your guy. Follow Obiwizi at Instagram at Obiwizi Backup Page, or on TikTok at Obiwizi. That is at Obiwizi on TikTok. Obiwizi is spelled Obiwezi. That is Obiwezi.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I beg to differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Brought to you by GZ Industries.
Welcome back to this final quarter-final battle between Kings and Queenies Zenith School, Ikorodu, Lagos, and Straitgate High School, Magodo, Lagos. Brought to you by GZ Industries, Obiwizi, Fina Trust Microfinance Bank,
and Multi-Plan Pathway College. We're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Join the live streams. Nigeria Info 99.3. Like, comment, and of course, share.
No doubt.
Now it is time for the rebuttal round.
Yes. You know what to do. Challenge, challenge, challenge. Only then can you introduce new points. All right, let us go.
This round will start with the motion opposer, Straitgate High School. You've got 4 minutes. I assume Chidera will do the honors.
Yes.
Wonderful. You've got 4 minutes. Your time starts now.
See, our mother tongues are bridges. Wa, Zo, Bia. 3 calls, 1 people. United by 1 nation, 1 voice, 1 sound. Lose this and we lose who we truly are. Standing existing protocol, I am Chidera Okonkwo, and here to rebut my opponent's point. My opponent stated that globalization allows for cultures to blend. But you do not understand that when you blend cultures, it loses its true meaning. Yes, cultures may blend, but they lose their identity. They lose their meaning. It's like mixing 1,000 spices into one soup. It creates a new flavor, yes, but you cannot taste each of the individual flavors. That is what cultural blending does. It just mixes cultures together. It doesn't allow for each of the cultures to have their true meaning. My opponent also stated that it gives cultures voices, but this is not true, because you see that dominant cultures are moving over us. Like, the Hollywood industry, for example, everybody's aware of the Hollywood industry, but many people do not know about Nollywood. Why? Because it just promotes what the elite want to see. It promotes what the media want to see. That's what globalization does. Globalization focuses on what is marketable and what's profitable. It doesn't focus on true cultures. It spotlights on the cool things. It doesn't focus on local cultures. My opponent also stated that it allows for profit through tourism. Yes, tourists comes, but when tourists come, we have to change our culture to meet what they want to see. Many festivals such as the Calabar Festival, when tourists come, we change our culture to meet what they want to see. They see our dances, like performances. They see our festivals, like Instagram stories. We do not show our true culture. Isn't that going under colonization again? We're changing our culture to meet what the white people want to see. Studies have shown that cultural tourism leads to simplicity and loss of authenticity. My opponent also stated that it allows for awareness. But to the point of awareness, anybody can post a 15-second TikTok, anybody can post on their Instagram, post on their stories, but it doesn't mean that one truly understands their culture. It just shows the visuals. It doesn't show what the culture is truly about. Every single day, we continue to lose the meaning of our cultures because many youths just want to follow trends. My opponent also stated that it allows for modernization. There is no modernization in culture. It only shows cultural dilution. Because what happened to Thai and Ankara, like Iran, Buba, now we've turned it into Palazzo. My opponent also mentioned that it allows for respect for cultures. But there is no point of respect if we are just appreciating from a distance. Many people do not understand what their cultures are truly about. Many youths like the Ankara look, but they cannot Thai Gele. They cannot speak their national language. This is what globalization does. My opponent also mentioned that allows for preservation of culture, but our cultures are dying, and they are dying quick because the only way to keep it is for us to constantly use it, and we are not using it because UNESCO showed that 40% of our languages are endangered. That's about 7,000 of the languages in the world. My opponent also said that allows for revival of cultures. If you're saying that cultures are truly reviving, why is it that a 2020 study showed that many African children are growing up as non-native speakers of their languages? You see, we are not reviving our culture. We are killing it due to globalization. My opponent also mentioned that allows for cultures to evolve, but we are changing it. We are not involving it. Slowly we change our culture into what the white wants to see. Slowly we change our culture into what the society wants to see. We forget that the culture belongs to us and us alone. My opponent also mentioned, now that I'm done with my opponent's points, I would like to put my own points. My opponent mentioned globalization allows for bigger cultures to steal from smaller cultures. Now let me give you a prominent example. Balenciaga recently released a bag. Do you know that bag looks like? Ghana must go bag. African's culture, but nobody wants to talk about it. Why? Because they believe that is a bigger company. Globalization creates a platform for bigger countries to just say that, oh, we are borrowing the culture. But the truth is that they are stealing it. Another reason why globalization is not good because we lose our cultural values. Many youths do not understand their culture. Many youths cannot speak their languages fluently. This is what globalization does. Now people see that speaking your language is now vulgar. We cannot speak in our language. We must speak in English. We must speak in popular languages. Now, anytime they say, oh, come for a formal event, why must it be European formal? What happened to our Iran Buba? Why can't we wear Iran Buba to our workplaces? Why do we have to wear ties and suits? Thank you.
All right. Chidera Okonkwo of Straitgate High School, Magodo, Lagos, with the opening salvo in our rebuttal round.
Fatoba Olua Femi on Facebook says, my goodness, I've been missing out by just listening over the radio. Watching the live stream, I can feel the fire and the passion from the debates. Yes, and that's why you should join the live streams, like, comment, and share. There's a lot happening online on Facebook and YouTube, Nigeria Info 99.3. Now, we will hear from Kings and Queenies Zenith School as they dish out their rebuttal round.
Emmanuel Omonfoma.
Your time starts now.
Good honorable judges and esteemed audience, take a look at my opponent. Their argument actually died the moment they walked in. Grace's globally crafted glasses, the internationally woven tie, and worldwide influence jacket stands as a living proof of globalization. Here they claim it destroys culture. Their outfit didn't just contradict their argument, it assassinated it, and that judge is exactly what the argument is. All style, no substance, and dangerously out of step with reality. With or without now, I'm only yet to deliver the final verdicts and to finish what their wardrobe had started. I'm Emmanuel Omonfoma, the double speaker for Kings and Queenies in school, age 15 in SS3. I meant to address the argument made by the opposition. She claims that globalization leads to cultural homogeneity. However, I challenge the argument not with emotion but with logic and reason. That globalization does not force uniformity but provides an option. Cultures that choose from global ideas become empowered enriched and not erased. For this reason, that argument is not just weak, it is fundamentally flawed and dangerously misleading. She also claimed that globalization leads to loss of language, but that is a total fallacy due to the fact that languages only die when the speakers stop speaking and not when the world expands. Globalization didn't kill them, neglect did. Moreover, globalization creates preservation efforts and awareness for endangered languages through digital platforms like digital archives, online courses, and even translational courses. For instance, UNESCO's online language preservation program shows that globalization actually revives rather than erases national languages. She also claims that youth detachment of their heritage and imitation of foreign practices. Well, both points are just echoes of the same weak argument, differently dressed but equally hollow. Now, exposure to global culture enhances national pride as youth compare and celebrate their own uniqueness. For instance, K-pop fans worldwide develop interest for Korean languages and customs. This has shown that argument is not just wrong, it died on arrival. She made mention of loss of traditional practice. However, I beg to differ, that argument cannot hold strong due to the fact that globalization connects every trade of traditional practice, from clothing, food, lifestyle, language, and religion, giving them access to global audiences and not grief. Moreover, this enables them to ensure that their heritage is being preserved, and making them to also become global treasures and not just remain as local customs, so that they can be able to survive even in the 21st century. She argues that globalization leads to standardizing of culture. Well, global media actually amplify local customs by giving them access to global audiences and not grief. Remember, a global mic can't silence you, it amplifies you. Therefore, that argument did not just collapse, it exploded. Now, she argues that globalization leads to erosion of values. Well, culture evolves and does not vanish. The practice changes, but the identity remains the same. Evolution is enrichment and not extinction. Therefore, that fact that she just said is logically disconnected from reality. Yet they still fight that globalization erases national culture, whereas it enriches it. This shows that their cultural ego is inversely proportional to the validity of their argument. For this reason, that fact lacks depth. Distinguished judges, the evidence is clear, the logic is undeniable, and the truth cannot be ignored. Our side stands unshakable, therefore logic strikes. Thank you.
Wonderful. Femi.
Well, the battle lines are drawn. Emmanuel Omofoma.
If you're not viewing the live streams on Facebook and YouTube, I promise you are missing out. Because Kings and Queenies Zenith School decimated Straitgate High School, cooked them, and they're laughing. Why are they laughing? I love what is happening in this studio. That was interesting.
Well, you just heard from Kings and Queenies Zenith School, Ikorodu, Lagos, through Emmanuel Omofoma. Before that, you had Okonkwo Chidera of Straitgate High School, Magodo, Lagos.
Akobundo Godson on Facebook says he wants to break the glass table.
Yes, it helps, even if you're following through your radio.
Yes.
To see the visual.
You should. You really should.
On our Facebook and YouTube pages.
You'll be thoroughly entertained. I promise you, thoroughly entertained.
One final break. When we come back, their closing arguments.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I beg to differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Brought to you by GZ Industries.
At GZI, we believe corporate success must go hand in hand with community impact. Through our corporate social responsibility initiatives, we've supported lives across Nigeria, from donating protective coveralls to street sweepers nationwide to organizing free medical outreach programs for our host communities. We're committed to improving lives, promoting safety, and giving back wherever we operate. GZI, building communities, inspiring change.
Obiwizi is Nigeria's trusted name in affordable tech and gadget tradings. From Lagos to Abuja, from students to CEOs, Obiwizi is your guy for quality tech devices, brand new and pre-owned alike. Got a new phone or laptop? Bring it in and walk away with an upgrade or a cashback, or in fact, both. Whether you shop in-store or online, at obiwizi.com, you are guaranteed value, warranty, and a customer-first experience. Obiwizi offers affordable tech, trusted service, because with gadgets, Obiwizi is your guy. Follow Obiwizi at Instagram at Obiwizi backup page, or on TikTok at Obiwizi. That is at Obiwizi on TikTok. Obiwizi is spelled Obiwezi. That is Obiwezi.
The biggest competition in Nigeria. I beg to differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Brought to you by GZ Industries.
Welcome back, everyone, into the final round. We now go between these two brilliant schools with equally brilliant contestants. All right, Lagos. Remember, debaters, no new points needed. It's a moment for your final conviction. It's your last appeal to logic, and of course, your opportunity to appeal to emotion and to the judge's sense of truth. So, deliver your final statements, both schools.
We'll start with the motion supporter, Kings and Queenies Zenith School. Representing them in this closing round is
Charles Chinedu Ezedike.
As we finalize this argument, I urge you to imagine this. You are at home, craving that delicious jollof rice from back home, scrolling your phone, and bam, you see a video of a Japanese chef cooking Nigerian jollof streaming live from around the world. You scratch your head and think, wait, have a plan to where my jollof tastes the same? That's Grace and Chidera's globalization, not a destroy of identity but the worldwide test exchange program. And yes, it means your phone might have to K-pop beats tomorrow, but your grandmother's drum still sounds right beside it. Ladies and gentlemen, respected educators, and yes, if my dear opposition, let me ask you this. When the culture becomes so fragile that the foreign influence could erase it, when the song of people, the rhythm of their language, the beat of their drum becomes so people think that globalization could blow it away. No, culture is not dying, it is dancing, and it is dancing to a new beat, the beat of globalization. Globalization is not an eraser, it is a highlighter. It does not delete Italian identities, it amplifies them. The Nigerian jollof is not forgotten because of Italian pizza, it is now debated globally for its supremacy. We didn't forget to listen to Nigerian tunes when K-pop beats surfaced. You see, globalization does not kill national culture, it gives it a passport, a visa, a microphone. For decades, our traditions lived quietly in villages and family circles, waiting to be publicized. Now they live on screens, in art galleries and international stages. Isn't that a deeper form of preservation? What globalization offers us is choice, not chains. It answers the remote, not the rope. It says, here is the world, take what you like, share it with the world, but never forget who you are. And somehow some believe that this freedom is a threat. Let's talk reality. Culture that disappeared did not disappear because of globalization. They vanished because of neglect, elitism, and fear of adaptation. We speak English and we wear suits and speak English. Let's name our children Femi, Chike, Okhaifo, and Amino. We pray in Arabic, dance to K-pop, watch Nollywood, and eat our favorite Nigerian delicacies. I dare to call this erasure? No, this is not dilution. This is domination. Cultural comeback, upgraded, exported, immortalized. So I urge you all, stop mistaking evolution for erosion. Because what you see as loss, we see as expansion. What you fear, we have already mastered. Ultimately, let me say this with clarity that cuts. Culture that are afraid to adapt to fossilize. But culture that embraces globalization will flourish. So I ask you, are we burying our culture or beating the throne? Globalization is not the enemy of culture. It is a stage, it's spotlight, it's echo. So if we truly love our culture, we should not allow it to vanish under the spotlight. It should shine brighter. Distinguished judge, the conclusion is yours to draw, but my fact remain immovable, our cultural identity enriched. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is where we take our stance.
well done. And thank you.
Well done. That was Charles Chinedu Ezedike, 14-year-old SS3 student of Kings and Queenies Zenith School, Ikorodu, Lagos, closing for his institution alongside his debate partner, Emmanuel Omofoma, 15-year-old SS3 student. Well done, both of you. Now, for the closing of Straitgate High School, Magodo, Lagos.
See, I sit here today not just to oppose the motion, but to defend who we truly are. To remind us of something important, culture, our culture. Because they say that the world is becoming one, but I ask you a simple question, at what cost? I am Chidera Okonkwo and I'm back again to give my closing statement. They say that globalization allows for cultures to be spread across borders. But what is the point of that when it's only dominant cultures that are allowed to scream, while local cultures are made when local cultures are silenced, are made to follow behind? They say that globalization allows for open-mindedness, but what's the point of open-mindedness? What is the point of access without understanding? They say that it spreads our culture, but how is our culture being spread when our youth are not fluent? I dare you, my opponent, speak what you just said fully in your language. I believe that the first word out of every Nigerian child should be Mami. in them, not money. They say that allows for tourism, but what is the point of this tourism when we're changing our culture to fit what the white people want to see? Isn't that globalization? Isn't that colonization all over again? We're changing for what we want other people to see. They say that it grows the economy, but the only thing that is growing is the bellies of the elites. The globalization is to fund our heritage, but truly it is used to fund the expensive freezers. The real problem is that youth are so narrow-minded, and you do not understand our true culture. The only time that they love and respect their culture is when it's trending on TikTok, when it gets them more likes on Instagram, or when their favorite celebrity members that they like are showcased. So see, as I sit here today, I don't stand against the world. I stand for my people. I stand for culture. I stand for the languages that were taught in whisper voices. I stand for the dances that were taught in quiet feet. Because if we lose this, we lose who we truly are. So I say let the world move. But let's move without drowning the drum beats in our chests. Because the world is becoming a global war, but we're changing our cultures to meet what they truly want to see. What truly brings me to tears is the fact that our culture didn't shatter in one day. Our culture faded, and it faded slowly like Fuji music that no one listens to anymore. You see, the Isiagu gathers dust, while the jeans that look brand new, the jeans shine. The occasional Ira and Buba looks worn out, while the everyday crop tops look brand new. The Ogene sits in the corner, waiting for someone to pick it up, waiting for someone to play it. See, our heritage washes away. Afambu, Chido, Okonkwo. And see, our culture is not about trends. Our culture is a memory. It's a path that always leads us back home. So on behalf of all my people, I'd like to apologize to Mother Nigeria. Because I know wherever she is, she's crying and wailing because of what we have turned our culture into. A cheap replica of the outside world. So before I leave here today, I just want to tell that we should live our truth. Because that's the only way we save our country. So I capture the word of my ancestors and I say, Ezioku Bundu, truth is life. Thank you.
Ezioku. Okay.
Okonkwo Chidera of Straitgate High School, Magodo, Lagos, 15 years of age, SS3 student. A fitting end to the quarterfinals. A debate on culture, identity, and what it means to belong in a globalized world. And both schools have really taken this thing home. You can be proud, whatever the outcome portends to be. Both sides have made their case, and now, as always, the final word lies with the judges. We wonder who will take the last seat in the semi-finals.
Olainka on Facebook says, I don't want another tie today. Olainka.
Do you want a scarf if you don't want a tie? All right. Brilliant. Stay tuned, Lagos. When we come back, we will go into the verdict, plus some addiction advice from Yvonne. Stay with us.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I beg to differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Brought to you by GZ Industries.
At GZI, we believe corporate success must go hand in hand with community impact. Through our corporate social responsibility initiatives, we've supported lives across Nigeria, from donating protective coveralls to street sweepers nationwide to organizing free medical outreach programs for our host communities. We're committed to improving lives, promoting safety, and giving back wherever we operate. GZI, building communities, inspiring change.
Obiwizi is Nigeria's trusted name in affordable tech and gadget tradings. From Lagos to Abuja, from students to CEOs, Obiwizi is your guy for quality tech devices, brand new and pre-owned alike. Got a new phone or laptop? Bring it in and walk away with an upgrade or a cashback, or in fact, both. Whether you shop in-store or online, at obiwizi.com, you are guaranteed value, warranty, and a customer-first experience. Obiwizi offers affordable tech, trusted service, because with gadgets, Obiwizi is your guy. Follow Obiwizi at Instagram at Obiwizi backup page, or on TikTok at Obiwizi. That is at Obiwizi on TikTok. Obiwizi is spelled Obiwezi. That is Obiwezi.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I beg to differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Brought to you by GZ Industries.
Welcome back. It's now time to listen to Diction Coach Yvonne Okhaifo, please.
Thank you, Femi. I'll start with Kings and Queenies School. Kings and Queenies Zenith School. Say pizza, not pizza. Pizza, okay? The double Z is tss, pizza. So say pizza, not pizza. Say decades, not decades. Decades, okay? Also say favorite, not favorite. Favorite. Then say preservation. Preservation, all right? You preserve, but the process of doing that is preservation. Then say surface, not surface. Surface, okay? The surface. When something surfaces, you know what that means. So say surface. Say you scroll through your phone, all right? You don't scroll your phone. You scroll through it, not scroll it. You don't just scroll it. Then either say can survive or will be able to survive, but not can be able to survive, okay? You have to pick one because both expressions do the same thing. So don't say can be able. You either say can or will be able. Also, say mutual, not mutual. Mutual, okay? Mutual exchange, not exchange. Exchange. Say neglect, not neglect. Neglect, okay? Jamaica, not Jamaica. Jamaica. Say Jamaica. Economically, not economically. Economically. Okay? Economically. I'll stop there. For now. Oh, by the way, say develop, not develop. Access, not access. Access, okay? There are two C's, so say access. And to Straitgate High School, I'll say, you meant to say cultures are dying. You said cultures are being dead. Girl, cultures are dying, okay? When you project something, you make it prominent. So there's no need to say project something out. When you project it, it's already outside. All right, so just say project. Infrastructure, not infrastructures. Infrastructure. Knowledge, not knowledge. Knowledge, okay? Say stories, not stories. When you spotlight something, you put the spotlight on it. So don't say you spotlight on something, all right? You don't spotlight on. You either put the spotlight on or you spotlight it, all right? Say vulgar, not vulgar. Vulgar, not vulgar, okay? The only thing, the only thing growing is the bellies of the elite. Great point, but no subject-verb agreement. The only things growing are the bellies, because there's more than one belly now, all right? So are the bellies of the elite, okay? Dying quickly, not dying quick. Quick is an adjective. Something can be quick. Okay, quickly is the adverb. So dying quickly, not dying quick. I'll stop there. Femi.
Thank you. And as we go into the verdict, special thanks to the producer, Sheriff Quadri, and the production team led by Olamide Fadoju and Babatunde Abdul Salam, who is in charge of our technical and content production for our live streams. Kenneth Dueme, Samuel Iwuji, Onyeka Eledan, we appreciate you. Here's the verdict. For the presentation round of this debate, Chief Judge Chike adjudged it a tie, while Judges Ama and Ufoma decided it as 10-9 each. I'm going to go over this again. Okay? I will go over this again. Ignore everything you've written. I was conflating the lines with a previous judgment. So here are your scores. Judge Ama records it. Straitgate 10, Kings and Queenies 9. Judge Ufoma records it as Straitgate High 10, Kings and Queenies 9, and Chief Judge Chike records it as Straitgate 9, Kings and Queenies 10. It's 28 points to Kings and Queenies and 29 to Straitgate High. Straitgate lead by 1. In round 2, the rebuttal round, all 3 judges have it down as 10-9. It's 30 to 27 in favor of Straitgate High. Straitgate now leads by 59 points to 55, a 4-point lead. Which brings us to the closing round, having tied on Judge Yvonne's diction scoring metrics. All 3 judges put the closing arguments down.
More conversation, more
For your winner. It's a tie, and it's unanimous. A tie in the closing round. It's by split decision. One judge having the debate as a tie at 29-29. 2 judges going in favor of your winner. Owoshina Grace and Okonkwo Chidera of Straitgate High School, Magodo, Lagos. Congratulations to you. Well done. And that is the end of the quarterfinal rounds. Congratulations to Straitgate High School. You go up straight into the semi-final on Thursday. The end of the road for Kings and Queenies, Zenith School, Ikorodu, Lagos. But we will not forget you. And we look forward to seeing you again in the second Lagos Regional Finals. There's still a chance to qualify for the national finals. No debates tomorrow. We will have a review of what we've seen.
That's right.
But on Thursday, it will be the semi-finals, the 2 semi-final debates before the final on the Thursday afterwards. Goodbye, Lagos.
We'll see you on Thursday.
Doubt.
Airlines.
Hey there, mums and dads. Did you know that some children are picky eaters and also do not get enough fruits and vegetables from their diet? Well Kid Baby and Infant Syrup.
.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.